Trump administration slashed its annual cap on refugee acceptance for a second year in a row. It would take a maximum of just 30,000 in the fiscal year to come. That was down from the 45,000 limit in the year that ends on September 30. US President Donald Trump defied warning and escalated the trade confrontation with China, hitting the country with tariffs starting next week on another $200 billion in imports and threatening to target even more if Beijing retaliates. India has delayed the implementation of higher tariffs on some goods imported from the United States to November 2, according to the government order that put off the second time retaliatory action against US import tariffs on steel and aluminum. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn is ready to be sentenced. Flynn's sentencing had been delayed 4 times since he pleaded guilty to lying to investigators last December. The US Air Force wants to add more bombers, fighters, tankers, and other frontline units by 2030 to confront rising threats from China and Russia, outlining a proposal for what the service will need to fight and win future conflicts. One cyclist was killed and 3 injured after being struck by vehicles in separate incidents in the GTA on Monday. A male cyclist was killed in an afternoon collision in Newmarket. Foreign Affairs Minister Chrystia Freeland says that she is returning to Washington this week to continue negotiations with her counterpart, United States Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer, in an effort to conclude negotiations to revamp the North American Free Trade Agreement. Ontario Premier Doug Ford will travel to Washington this week for an update on NAFTA talks. Ford and Economic Development Minister Jim Wilson will meet with federal officials carrying out trade negotiations in the US Capitol. Human remains found outside a home in Dundee NB in July have been identified as those of a woman allegedly murdered by her spouse. Caroline Mulnery has faced the sexiest attacks that are beyond the pale in recent days over her role as the Attorney General and the government's use of a notwithstanding clause. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you can get latest videos, and this is absolutely free.